everybody, Mike Pfeiffer with Pfeiffer Hobby Supply again. Today we're going to do update 87, and we're doing it with my pocket camera here, and I don't know what I did with the attachment for the tripod, so you're just going to have to bear with me here. I'm going to fire up some trains here, so we got some trains running, or at least a train running in the background, but I'm going to show you what I got going on down here on the desert end. Okay, so this is what I've got going on. I have glued up some instant horizons in the back here, and as you can just see the top of some clouds that I painted back on. Where the seams are here, you guys know that I make those blend in, or I'll take acrylics and blend those in. You also know that we do not, or maybe you know, but we don't have any saguaro cactus in New Mexico. So the disappointing thing about these desert scenes is they have all these stupid saguaro cactus that don't grow only in one place in the country. And why they put them on there, I have no clue. Unless you're modeling Arizona, southern Arizona. But nevertheless, I will paint out those cactus best I can. And you can see that they go, well, let me back up. I got talking and wondering. The overpass I modified down to one piece here. That will go across the track almost up against right here. This has to be set up on some foam a little bit, but it's going to be right up almost against the backdrop. That will kind of hide that hole there. The other hole over there, right over there, will have a mesa of some kind in the foreground here that blocks that. I'm not exactly sure what that'll be, but something will block that view. The road will turn and come across and go across right in here somewhere likely, and then, as I'd said before, disappear behind some mesa. As planned, you can see that the southwestern backdrop goes all the way around over to here. Not sure what I'm going to do here in this big opening. I don't think I'll do anything actually, except maybe put rock inside the tunnel portal there. Something that you just don't see the foam there. I've got some more work to do in there, and we'll get to that in a minute. But you can see that I pretty much have desert scenery all the way around this corner. And all the way down where I said I wasn't going to put any down here. So, this being said, another thing that you may have caught already is my picture that I said I was going to put up there. You can see that the headlights are on and that it is working in conjunction with the layout lighting. And hold on one second, let me back up over here. I think you can still see the lights over there on it. If I turn the lighting on the layout off, you can see the lights go off on the car in the picture. Turn it back on, the lights come back on. Took a little more work than I had thought on that. I had to put Woodland Scenics LEDs in there for some reason. There was a little board in there, and the LEDs, I don't know what kind of LEDs they were. But anyway, I popped the back off, popped everything out of there, and just put some of the stick-on LEDs in there and hot glued them in place. Ran the wire down behind the backdrop there. And right in here, you can see that I cut a line right across here. Ties in over here, goes over here, under here, down there, and goes down. And there is my lowly little light hub with one light attached to it, which is probably all there'll be over here. Now, to get back up here on top and talk about what I was going to talk about as far as wiring, as you can see, maybe, I have all the track fitted back together, okay? I'm not really wild about this right here, but it is what it is. If you're using a number 6, it is what it is. I need to get all the turnouts wired back up. I need to get the detection sections in. I think you can see right here that I have an insulator and an insulator and an insulator there and an insulator right over there. So those will be the detection sections that will throw the turnout when the train comes around the loop. It will throw this turnout to go back where it came from. This turnout here is as far out as I could get it and still make the loop. So it's not completely under the tunnel. If I can get down here. It's not completely under the tunnel, but it gets rid of the one that was way back there. And I can reach it to operate it by hand if need be. I don't know what I'll do there. I may operate most of these, or at least this one and this one I may operate by hand. This one obviously has to be electrified to have the in and out function work with the reversing circuit. But anyway, I have not tried this track because I do not have it hooked up underneath. So that is what I've got to work on. I've got to get these wires to the turnouts that I am going to work with the DCC wired together and run back down there. And I am not completely sure exactly how I'm going to do that yet. I may have to tear up some more foam. You can see that I had to tear foam out of here. And I'm going to have to put something back in there to support that track. And that will more than likely be layers of the foam, the Atlas foam roadbed. It seems to be very easy to work with and will probably do the job. And then put masking tape on top of that. The rest of this scenery here really is nothing anymore. There's no nothing electrical under there except these feeder wires, like this one here that's down and buried in there. This one right here. There's one over here, and there's one over there. They will no longer likely be used. And I have the cattle pen, which will go right in there somewhere with a piece of abandoned track. Aside from that, the ghost town will still be over there, still planning on a mesa in the corner over here, and then kind of sloping down and becoming relatively flat all the way over. That's still the game plan, and let me turn around and show you something else. Okay, I went out to the club because I had taken my sheet of 2-inch foam out to the club. I rescued some foam out there, my foam, the pink foam, and then I borrowed some foam from the club out there. I don't know whether I'll need it or not, but I brought it anyway in case I do. To make the mesas out of, so I have all that on hand. You can see that I have a couple of buildings, segments of building, or sections of buildings over there that I haven't taken back out to the shed. Pardon me. I have a bunch of Unitrack that I took out from that area that will go in my Unitrack box. I have a roll of some kind of crap that it's laminating material that I got from the foam company years ago. I have my black foam down here, my Woodland Scenics foam. I think I said Atlas, but it's Woodland Scenics foam that I'll prop up that track with. Maybe cork. I don't know. We'll see what works. Got all my colors down here for blending, which I'm going to tackle today. And when I get all this blended and I get all the mesas started up here, I'll do another video. You can see that I do have a little curling on the top of a couple of these, and I cut them out with a razor blade while they were still wet. Cut all these openings out while the backdrop was still wet. So I did get a little curling that I didn't attend to while I was concentrating on other things. I will try and get that done. I guess, guys, aside from that, this is going to be a short 87, but I just wanted you to be able to see, if I back up here, what I got done as far as scenery around that. And I think it's going to all tie together nicely. By the way, on these Woodland Scenics backdrops, you can see how yellow those fields are, or that foliage is across the plains there. I'm going to try and darken that up somewhat too, a little more brown. It's a little bit too yellow for me. I'm going to have to do a lot of work on these backdrops with paint to get them to what I want them to be. But that being said, that's all work to be done, and will probably be part of that will probably be in the next video. And let's just swing around and see if we can get a train going. Okay guys, these are the new Bachmann track cleaning cars that are out. I kind of like it, and I'm going to do a review on one of these, I'm hoping, and I'll try and get that posted as soon as I do. Okay guys, that's it for number 87, and you can see that I made a slight bit of progress, and I'm glad you guys stopped by and took a look, and thanks for watching.